सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम सच्चिदानंदरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं सुखमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातर आजुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुः तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षये सूतमहामुनये शौनकादिऋषिभ्यो अत्र्यादिऋषिभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तजनेभ्यो आदित्यादिनवग्रहदेवताभ्यो दशदिक्पालकेभ्यो नमः। दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेयाग्रिवादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमात्रे नमः। शंकराचार्य वर्यादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीवेदव्यास सद्गुरवे नमः। As we are doing every day, Parayana of one chapter of 11th Skandha, please keep the book in front. Feel that Bhagavan Krishna is present in every aksharam of this Bhagavatam, and by chanting it, we are invoking Him on our tongue, in our mind, in our buddhi, in our hridayam, and in our entire personality, offering ourselves to Him. And if you have little of Sanskritam Jnanam, you can also feel the meaning of all these portions that are being chanted. Here we are seeing the samvada between Raja Nimi as well as the Navayogi, who are the last 9 children of Bharata, on whose name our Bharata Varsha is called as Bharata Bhumi. Till yesterday we have done the 4 chapters. Today is the 5th chapter, with which we will see the conclusion of this Navayogi and Raja Nimi discussion, as well as the discussion of Naradaji and the Vasudevaji. Do the chanting. It will be very enchanting, very beautiful. In a long way it goes to help us if we regularly do these chantings. Have that faith, have that patience, have that love, which is so much there in each and every one of your hearts. We are all blessed so much by Bhagavan and Guru Parampara that we are given this opportunity. We are the selected few, we are the chosen few. Feel that joy, feel that responsibility, have that commitment, and put that effort. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam Ekadasha Skandha मुक्तिर्हित्वान्यथारूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। अथ पञ्चमोऽध्यायः। राजा उवाच भगवन्तं हरिं प्रायः न भजन्ति आत्मवित्तमाः तेषाम् अशान्तकामानां का निष्ठा अविजितात्मनां। चमस उवाच मुखबाहुरुपादेभ्यः पुरुषस्याश्रमैः सह चत्वारो जग्निरे वर्णाः गुणैर्विप्रादयः पृथको य येषां पुरुषं साक्षात् आत्मप्रभवमीश्वरं न भजन्ति अवजानन्ति स्थानाद्भ्रष्टाः पतन्त्यधः दूरे हरिकथाः केचित् दूरे चाच्युतकीर्तनाः स्त्रियः शूद्रादयश्चैव तेनुकम्प्या भवादृशाम् विप्रो राजन्यवैश्यौ च हरेः प्राप्ताः पदान्तिकम् श्रौतेन जन्मनाथापि मुह्यन्त्यां न्यायवादिनः कर्मण्यकोविदाः स्तब्धाः मूर्खाः पण्डितमानिनः वदन्ति चाटुकान् मूढाः यया माध्व्या गिरोत्सुकाः रजसा घोरसङ्कल्पाः कामुका अहिमन्यवः दाम्भिकामानिनः पापाः व्यसन्ति अच्युतप्रियान् वदन्ति तेऽन्योन्यमुपासितस्त्रियः गृहेषु मैथुन्यपरेषु चाशिषः यजन्त्यसृष्टान्न विधानदक्षिणम् वृत्यै परं घ्नन्ति पशून तद्विदः श्रिया विभूत्याभिजनेन विद्यया त्यागेन रूपेण बलेन कर्मणा जातस्मयेनान्धधियः सहेश्वरान् सतोऽवमन्यन्ति हरिप्रियान् खलाः सर्वेषु शश्वतनुभृत् स्वस्थितं यथा कमात्मानमभीष्टमीश्वरम् वेदोपगीतं च न शृण्वते अबुधाः मनोरथानां प्रवदन्ति वार्तया लोके व्यवायामिषमद्यसेवाः नित्यास्तु जन्तोर्न हि तत्र चोदना व्यवस्थितिस्तेषु विवाहयज्ञः सुराग्रहैरासु निवृत्तिरिष्टा धनं च धर्मैकफलं यतो वै ज्ञानं स विज्ञानमनुप्रशान्ति गृहेषु युञ्जन्ति खडेबरस्य मृत्युं न पश्यन्ति दुरन्तवीर्यं यद्घ्राणभक्षो विहितः सुरायाः तथा पशोरालभनं न हिंसा एवं व्यवायः प्रजया नरत्या इमं विशुद्धं न विदुः स्वधर्मं ये त्वनैवं विदो असन्तः स्तब्धाः सदभिमानिनः पशून् गृह्यन्ति विस्रब्धाः प्रेत्य खादन्ति ते च तान् दिशन्तः परकायेषु स्वात्मानं हरिमीश्वरं मृदकेशानुबन्धेऽस्मिन् बद्धस्नेहाः पतन्त्यतः विकैवल्यमसम्प्राप्ताः ये चातीताश्च मूढतां त्रैवर्गिका हि अक्षणिकाः आत्मानं घातयन्ति ते एत आत्महनो अशान्ताः अज्ञाने ज्ञानमानिनः सीदन्ति अकृतकृत्या वै कालध्वस्तमनोरथाः हित्वा त्यायासरचिता गृहापत्यसुहृत् श्रियः तमो विशन्ति अनिच्छन्तः वासुदेवपराङ्मुखाः राजोवाच कस्मिन् काले स भगवान् किं वर्णः कीदृशो नृभिः नाम्ना वा केन विधिना पूज्यते तदिहोच्यताम् करभाजन उवाच कृतं त्रेता द्वापरं च कलिरित्येषु केशवः नानावर्णाभिधाकारः नानैव विधिनेज्यते कृते शुक्लश्चतुर्बाहुः जटिलो वल्कलाम्बरः कृष्णाजिनोपमीताक्षान् बिभ्रद्दण्डकमण्डलो मनुष्यास्तु तदा शान्ताः निर्वैराः सुहृदः समाः यजन्ति तपसा देवं शमेन च दमेन च हंसः सुपर्णो वैकुण्ठः धर्मो योगेश्वरो मलः ईश्वरः पुरुषो अव्यक्तः परमात्मेति गीयते त्रेतायां रक्तवर्णोऽसौ चतुर्बाहुस्त्रिमेखलः हिरण्यकेशस्त्रय्यात्मा सृक्सुवाद्युपलक्षणः तं तदा मनुजा देवं सर्वदेवमयं हरिं यजन्ति विद्यया त्रय्या धर्मिष्ठा ब्रह्मवादिनः विष्णुर्यज्ञः पृश्निगर्भः सर्वदेवौरुक्रमः वृषाकपिर्जयन्तश्च उरुगाय इतीर्यते द्वापरे भगवान् श्यामः पीतवासा निजायुधः श्रीवत्सादिभिरङ्कैश्च लक्षणैरुपलक्षितः तं तदा पुरुषं मर्त्या महाराजोपलक्षणं यजन्ति वेदतन्त्राभ्यां परं जिज्ञासवो नृप। नमस्ते वासुदेवाय नमः संकर्षणाय च प्रद्युम्नाय निरुद्धाय तुभ्यं भगवते नमः। नारायणाय ऋषये पुरुषाय महात्मने विश्वेश्वराय विश्वाय सर्वभूतात्मने नमः। इति द्वापर उर्वेश स्तुवन्ति जगदीश्वरं नानातन्त्रविधानेन कलावपि यथा शृणु। कृष्णवर्णं त्रिषा कृष्णं साङ्गोपाङ्गास्त्रपार्षदं यज्ञैः सङ्कीर्तनप्रायैः यजन्ति हि सुमेधसः। ध्येयं सदा परिभवग्नमभीष्टदोहं तीर्थास्पदं शिवविरञ्चिनुतं शरण्यं भृत्यार्तिहं प्रणतपाल भवाब्धितपोतं वन्दे महापुरुषते चरणारविन्दं। त्यक्त्वा सुदुस्त्यजसुरेप्सितराज्यलक्ष्मीं धर्मिष्ठ आर्यवचसा यदगादरण्यं मायामृगं दयितयेप्सितमन्वधावतु वन्दे महापुरुषते चरणारविन्दम्। एवं युगानुरूपाभ्यां भगवान् युगवर्तिभिः मनुजैर्युज्यते राजन् श्रेयसाम् ईश्वरो हरिः। कलिं सभाजयन्त्यार्या गुणज्ञाः सारभागिनः यत्र संकीर्तनेनैव नैन यत्र संकीर्तनेनैव सर्वः स्वार्थोऽभिलभ्यते न ह्यतः परमो लाभः देहिनां भ्राम्यताम् इह। यतो विन्देत परमां शान्तिं पश्यति संसृतिः कृतादिषु प्रजा राजन् कलाविच्छन्ति सम्भवं कलौ खलु भविष्यन्ति नारायणपरायणाः। क्वचित् क्वचिन्महाराज द्रविडेषु च भूरिशः ताम्रपर्णी नदी यत्र कृतमालापयस्विने कावेरी च महापुण्या प्रतीची च महानदे। ये पिबन्ति जलं तासां मनुजा मनुजेश्वरा प्रायो भक्ता भगवती वासुदेवे अमलाशयाः। देवर्षिभूताप्तनृणां पितॄणां न किङ्करो नायमृणी च राजन् सर्वात्मनायः शरणं शरण्यं गतो मुकुन्दं परिहृत्य कर्तं स्वपादमूलं भजत प्रियस्य त्यक्तान्यभावस्य हरिः परेशः। विकर्म यच्चोत्पतितं कथञ्चितो धुनोति सर्वं हृदि सन्निविष्टः। नारद उवाच धर्मान् भागवतानित्थं श्रुत्वाथ मिथिलेश्वरः जायेन्ते यान् मुनीन् प्रीतः सोपाध्यायो ह्यपूजयतो ततोऽन्तर्दधिरे सिद्धाः सर्वलोकस्य पश्यतः। राजा धर्मानुपातिष्ठन् अवाप परमां गतिं त्वमभ्येतान् महाभाग धर्मान् भागवतान् श्रुतान् आस्थितः श्रद्धया युक्तः निस्सङ्गो यास्यसे परं। युवयोः खलु दम्पत्योः यशसा पूरितं जगतो पुत्रताम् अगमत् यद्वां भगवान् ईश्वरो हरिः। दर्शनालिङ्गनालापैः शयनासनभोजनैः आत्मा वां भावितः कृष्णे पुत्रस्नेहं प्रकुर्वतोः। वैरेणयं नृपतयः शिशुपालपौण्ड्र साल्वादयो गतिविलासविलोकनाद्यैः ध्यायन्त आकृतधियः शयनासनादौ तत्साम्यमापुरनुरक्तधियां पुनः किं मापत्यबुद्धिम् अकृथाः कृष्णे सर्वात्मनीश्वरे मायामनुष्यभावेन गूढैश्वर्ये परे व्यये भूभारासुरराजन्य हन्तवे गुप्तये सताम् अवतीर्णस्य निर्वृत्यै यशो लोको वितन्यते। श्रीशुक उवाच एतत् श्रुत्वा महाभागो वसुदेवोऽति विस्मितः देवकी च महाभागा जातुर्मोहमात्मनः इतिहासमिमं पुण्यं धारयेद्यः समाहितः स विधूयेह शमलं ब्रह्मभूयाय कल्पते। इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायाम् 11 स्कन्धे पञ्चमोऽध्यायः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम, श्रीभागवत शरणं मम, श्रीसद्गुरु शरणं मम, श्रीसूत शरणं मम, श्रीशुकदेव शरणं मम, श्रीव्यास शरणं मम, श्रीनारद शरणं मम, श्रीकुमार शरणं मम, श्रीब्रह्मा शरणं मम, श्रीविष्णु शरणं मम, श्रीपरब्रह्म शरणं मम, श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम, शरणं मम, शरणं मम। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे, श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं, यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। ॐ श्रीमद्भागवतं पुराणतिलकं यद्वैष्णवानां धनं, यस्मिन् पारमहंस्यमेवममलं ज्ञानं परं गीयते, यत्र ज्ञानविरागभक्तिसहितं नैष्कर्म्यमाविष्कृतं, तत्शृण्वन् प्रपठन् विचारणवरः भक्त्या विमुच्येन्नरः। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादशस्कन्धः। मुक्तिर्हित्वा अन्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। अथ सप्तविंशोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच। Salutations to the Lord, to the Gurus, to all the avatars, acharyas, bhaktas of Bhagavata Mahapuranam and elsewhere. Swagatam to all of you. Salutations to all of you. And may we this way cherish each other, cherish the Lord together through the study of Shastras continuously till we get into the sadhana and siddhi. Now, to all of us human beings, we are in this world. In this world, so many times, in almost every day, there are so many problems crop up because of which we suffer. The problems, few are the outer worldly, wherein we lack maybe some profession, some money, some resources. But more problem, more dukkha we have only at our mind level. Of all the frustrations, disappointment, dejections, humiliations, and variety of dukkha. How long they will continue? As long as you maintain. Is there an end to them? There is an end to them. How to end them? Only one way, when we become matured in our thinking, when we become matured in our understanding, when we become matured in our decisions, when we become matured in our responses and reactions. Till that maturity comes. The word maturity is very wide one, very expanded one. I will not explain about it in detail, but the point is what, till that maturity doesn't come to us, most beautiful situations, occasions, opportunities, also I convert them to be the problematic crisis situations. That problem will continue. Therefore, there is no way other than I become that way matured or dignified. Who will give that maturity, dignity to me? Who will give that ability to me, within me, that I am able to think, contemplate patiently with perseverance about entire situation, inner and outer, and trace the source of problem and eliminate them, or imagine the problem going to come, with therefore with right thinking and decision, the problem is thwarted or avoided. Who will do it for us? Nobody else does. Only one way, and that way is by regularly studying the Shastras. All those Shastra Adhyanam's main goal is not this, But this is the most beautiful, profound, what you say, highly exclaimable benefit, byproduct, outcome of the regular Shastra Dhenam, that we start becoming matured to understand our antakarana and see where do we are going wrong. We have become matured to understand the other people, the situation, the world at large, and we are able to take right decisions to avoid the problems, to avoid the miseries. And for this, at least 8 to 10 years of regular study of the Shastra under able guidance of a Guru, we have to go through. In those Shastras, there should be Upanishads, there should be Smriti and Shruti, and Purana if possible, some of the Prakarana. 10 years we can go through thoroughly through all those teachings, through all those studies. Such a wonderful magic jadoo happens in us that we start thinking. We start thinking rightly, we start thinking authentically, and we start taking correct decisions and implement those decisions, which to a great extent avoid problems, dissolve problems. Therefore, and you can see in the world, even the age of 60, 70, 80, with all the outer worldly achievements through their academics, through their own professional things, have lots of money, lots of name and fame, lots of bank balances, so many people to love, follow them. Yet, don't you see the people frustrated? Don't you see the people even at the bigger age also going through all problems, even committing suicides? 70 साल का आदमी बड़ा ऑफिसर था, आत्महत्या कर लिया. 60 साल का आदमी अपने पत्नी से तलाक दिया. 80 साल का आदमी अपने पुत्र के ऊपर केस डाला कोर्ट में. Are we not seeing all these most funniest things that are happening in the world? Is that the dignity of living a life human? But why is not that maturity? Why they are failing so badly there, even though they succeeded in their careers, in their studies, in their professions, in their earning the money, in their own great achievements in their respective fields. Every field, great lawyers, doctors, engineers, sports persons, politicians, kya kya. Yet you can see them, you see in them that same childishness of the spardha, of the yuddha bhavana, of always trying to pull the other person down, of always trying to destroy others. Is that the human life? Think about it. Even at that greater ages, also you can see. It's so funny to look at. Sometimes you see the children and youth are much better matured than these so called great people. Somebody is cheating the nation. Somebody is escaping the taxes. How can you escape the taxes, Pagal? You cannot even think about it. You pay when you earn government, it will come back to you. See, in what funny small things are people commit mistakes, not a small people, big ones. कोई वो घोटाला कर रहा है, कोई इस तरह से कोई क्राइम कर रहा है, कोई पावर के लिए दे आर डूइंग एवरी टाइप ऑफ नॉन पॉजिटिव थिंग. No, just look from little far off distant and see in all of them we see such an immature person of destruction for themselves and others. There are no understandings, there are no loves, there are no forgivenesses, there are no sacrifices, there are no synergizing, there are no compromising and coming together, standing for a common goal. What a silly, childish life worldly people are living. And that will never end even after many lives also. It will be continued. है ना, बहू के साथ लड़ाई, बेटे के साथ लड़ाई, बेटी के साथ लड़ाई, दामाद के साथ लड़ाई, पोतों से लड़ाई, पड़ोसियों से लड़ाई, काम करने वालों से लड़ाई, ड्राइवर से लड़ाई, दुकानदारों से लड़ाई, रिक्शे वालों से, ऑटो वालों से लड़ाई, जहाँ रिश्ते नाते में जाते हैं लड़ते हैं. व्हाट आर यू डूइंग यार? पर 10 रुपए, पर 50 रुपए, पर 100 रुपए लड़ते हैं. एक दिन खाने में नमक कम है तो लड़ते हैं. किसी ने हरिओम नमस्कार गुड मॉर्निंग नहीं कहा तो दुखी हो जाते हैं. व्हाट नॉनसेंस, जीरो मेच्योरिटी. And we all are going through this, mind you, with all this study of Shastra still. But at least we are better placed that the thinking started happening in us. So the saramsha of the introductory thought today is that the Shastra Adhenam, as its byproduct, has that special effect and ability of maturing us in taking the world in the right stride, giving to the world the best thing. Because when we are studying Purana Itihasa, all those informations, all those knowledges, कि किसने किस तरह से जिया, उससे किस तरह से किसको क्या नुकसान हुआ, फायदा हुआ, all of them when they enter us, then they just tickle that inner personality, they just shake it from the roots, and then they change the negativity into the positive. Remove the negative, replace it by positive. And many of you, those who are attending classes from last 2 years regularly, you all know that thinking is changing, reactions are changing, responses are changing. People started reducing their hatred or disliking towards us, and we started loving the people within the heart selflessly in spite of them. To that extent, the mind is gaining that calmness, that quietness. There seems to be some meaning in life, joy in life, fulfillment in life, purpose achieved in life. I am doing well. That type of feeling. Without this one, जिंदगी बेकार है. सारा पैसा है, सब खाकर खरीद कर खा रहे पी रहे, फिर भी मन में दुख, फिर भी सबसे झगड़ा, फिर भी लोगों के प्रति द्वेष. And that is not any far off people, your own family members, your own near and dear ones. What a nonsense. देखो, इसके दो वजह है. एक भौतिकवाद इज द मेन कारणम. At the same time, karanam is bhautikavada. What is that which puts check to that bhautikavada and helps us to not take negative reactions or negative decisions, take right decisions is the adhyatmikata. The study of Shastras reduces that bhautikavada as well as gives us maturity. One thought, the life is not permanent. The moment it clicks into us, we will not trouble anyone. एक चीज समझ में आ गया, एक ही चीज है, out of so many things. I am not permanent, the other person not permanent. When you know it, all the quarrel, all the hatred goes away. You may not love, at least the negative things go away. One thought that what I did earlier got now, what I do now, I'll get the result of it tomorrow, next life. Will it not change the entire orientation of life? One thought that everybody is living their life according to their own wisdoms or knowledges, trying to develop themselves. If this is understood, will we not forgive others? We will not love others? Then is not the joy in life when we have these qualities? और मनी है, खरीदने को खाने को काफी है क्या? हो गया उससे जिंदगी पूरा. देखो, बन जाएगा आनंद, सुख, शांति मिल जाएगा क्या उससे? नहीं मिलेगा. मिल रहा है कह रहे हो तो यू आर पक्का एनिमल, बिकॉज एनिमल इज हैप्पी व्हेन इट गेट्स इट्स ओन ग्रास, इट्स ओन सिक्योरिटी. नॉट एन यूजिंग द थिंग, बुद्धि, इंटेलेक्ट भी, दिमाग भी यूज नहीं कर रहे. ऐसा बंदा जो कहता है मैं माता पिता सब भाई बंधुओं को छोड़कर सिर्फ अपने पैसे से मैं खुद खुश हूं, ऐसा बंदा पशु है. He is not using his intellect and he is not a human being whose dignity is to go along with everyone, take everyone with along with. He is a pashu only. जो कहता है मैं मेरा. पशु thinks like that, not human. Human तो सब मिलकर आगे बढ़ना है. Therefore, the byproduct of Adhyatmika Shravanam is these maturities. Of course, it doesn't happen overnight. You have to listen 8 to 10 minimum years from one guru or the Shastra, whomever you like. Because some years it takes to tune to you, to the guru, to the classes, to the texts and all that. Then some years it takes for allowing the heard knowledge to enter in us. Because अंदर का जो प्रकृति है, अंदर का जो बहिर्मुखता है, वो इस नॉलेज को अंदर आके बैठने नहीं देता. That takes few years. We are at that stage now. All of us. The outer knowledge is not yet allowed by our inner pravrutti to enter inside. Slowly it started for two, three people. The outer knowledge is entering inside. Permission will have. Of this knowledge has to establish, then it should remove all the so-called knowledge named ignorance. Then on the base of this newly gained knowledge, when we live, then as I said, in the 8-10 years, we no more are liability to the world. World is no more a problem zone for us. We learn the art of how to love and give to the world, how to be happy with whatever the world gives. हो गया काम? नहीं है तो हर क्षण नरकम. Either we create hell for us or we create hell for others. Continuously. And those who are little matured in spirituality, they reduce giving hell to others, but they start creating hell to themselves. They continue to have the hell to themselves. More maturity, they learn the art. This is what is a problem that is in me, troubling me. I have to change them. They understand my expectations, my egos, my selfishnesses, my insistences, my uncalled for involvements. These are the cause of my own inner narakam. He'll come to know. Once he knows it and rectifies himself there, there's no disturbance to him inside also. Like I am learning it. My job is to give satsang. Why should I be frustrated when you come or don't come, listener, don't come? It is unnecessary samsara to me. Earlier I was having that. People should come, listen and all. I, तुम्हारे है, मेरे को क्या भी? Maturing, I am also growing, learning and growing. It is giving that peace inside. At a higher level, some more things will be learned as the time passes by, and when you consistently do it, instead of having adhikara new, I'll only have the gratefulness it. That you all are Jivan Mukta sitting in front of me, giving me training to study Shastra, giving me training to talk on Shastra. Such a wonderful, great people you are all. That thing, when I realize it, that time I'll give you all the Dakshina full mala. Okay? So this is one. But the another important thing, if it is not said, the thing will not be complete, is study of Shastras is not only this way to mature ourselves to respond to the world in such a way, neither we are troubled nor the world. Study of Shastra is more sublime. It has more divine purpose. The purpose is it indicates to us the ultimate goal to be reached. It indicates to us how to reach to that goal. And some highly matured people, after those 8, 9, 10 years, when he has learned to manage himself and the life, now it's over regarding the life and me. अब क्या करूं आगे जाकर? वही शास्त्र में जो अल्टीमेट लक्ष्य बताया गया उसको अपना लक्ष्य मानो. फिर वही शास्त्र में उस लक्ष्य प्राप्ति के लिए जो साधना दिया गया है, the sadhanas of karma yoga, sadhana of the ashtanga yoga, sadhana of the bhakti yoga, sadhana of the jnana yoga, with all its limbs, with all their limbs, with all their steps, you keep on involving. And that when it takes some 6, 7, 8 years, in that also it gets stabilized. In the meantime, lot of prarabdha is exhausted. If lot of prarabdha of millions of lives is there, it will take so many more lives for becoming established in dhyanam, in which we are able to experience the self or the truth. अगर उतना नहीं है, इसी जन्म में सारा क्लियर हो गया ईश्वर गुरु कृपा से, then in that 18 to 20 years of sadhana consciously done, not just going to the class and coming. ऐसे कितने भी जन्म करो उतना नहीं होता. साधना करने से then we can see that mind is quietened at will, and the quietened mind is visualized as the sakshya, witnessed. Then I am the witness of the mind, and the nature of witness is pure existence, conscious bliss. I am that. And that alone is everywhere. By choice, the same thing is as if seen as the world, and a play of the world where you and me are there is being played. Like, same family members, brother, sisters के बच्चे, 10 बच्चे. Same 10 children now, these 3 brothers, 4 sisters, let's say. They met during any of the summer vacations. आजकल ये नहीं दिखता है. हम जी इतना बच्चे होते हैं क्या? We used. Then swim those 10 divide into 2 groups. And then they play any of the sports together. एक ही है वो. जब खाने को बैठे थे मिलकर ही बैठे थे. पर जब खेलने को गए दो टीम बनकर, और खेल में लड़ाई झगड़ा भी होता था, हार जीत भी होता था, होने के बाद कम बैक एंड अगेन टुगेदर, दिन दे एंजॉय, यार तुमने बढ़िया खेला वगैरह वगैरह. सेम वे फ्रॉम द अल्टीमेट स्टैंडपॉइंट, आई ओनली एम बिकमिंग मेनी एंड प्लेइंग द प्ले. Once the play is over, I'm back to myself. That will be visualized later on. So, all in all, what is the thing which we are repeating every day, like we wash our teeth, every day, like we take our medicine, every day, like we eat food 3 times, is never ever compromise with our regularity of satsanga, shastra adhyayana. Not any satsanga spoken by anybody on any topic, just like that. That satsanga which you listen anytime on any topic by anybody, it is more entertainment and less sadhana. Only when you regularly listen, taking a text and a theme thoroughly, then only it is called sadhana. We are in our class not entertainment type. Whether we are able to make you laugh, giggle, joy or not, I don't know. We are sincerely studying Shastra. In that Shastra, the themes are given in every text too. We are trying to develop those themes as given there. And our purpose is to understand those themes and do that sadhana to reach the goal. Our job and we will never digress throughout our life. We are not interested to make ourselves an entertainment piece. We are not here into do that publicity so that you come and do Tali Bajao. We are doing Bhagavad Seva, Guru Seva, Shastra Seva through this satsanga in which the goal and means are discussed. Yes, the deserved people will come, the deserving people stay continuously, the deserving people learn and grow. Those less undeserving, by their reason or other reason, they come and they go, they live. I am not worried. We are not worried. That is not my worry. So attend to one particular grantha for long time. Then only intellect gets absorbs the whole theme of that text, in which the goal means indicated clicks to us. After that only the meaning to the life starts. Otherwise, once in a while go to the satsang, yes or no, and then all that is forgotten in our heavy load of samsara. Again after एक हफ्ता फिर से जाके सुन के आओ. That is little better than doing nothing. That's okay, but not the best. The best is this. And those who can afford, those who can take time, those who have health, those who don't have much of obligation, those who can manage by little of effort, they should take up seriously the study of Shastra, equip themselves with the goal and means, along with the earlier result which we said, that you become matured to live a dignified life of how much to respond, react to this world for one's own peace and also to the world. मजा आएगा वो वाला जिंदगी. शास्त्र अध्ययन से परिपक्व हुआ अंतःकरण के द्वारा जीने वाला जीवन में जो आनंद है, जो तृप्ति है, जो मजा है, it can never be explained in words. Beautiful it is. Like somebody troubled me, I reacted, I tried to retake revenge, or I suffered inside earlier. But with the jnanam of the Shastra, when I learned the art of forgiving and forgetting, I tell you the congratulations I give to myself. The peace I feel, the joy I feel, the self esteem I feel is thousands of times more than reacting to that person who troubled and troubled that person back. That was immaturity. वो तो बचपना था. See that? You understand? Suffered so much because of children for various reasons. Tried to educate them, tried to say, कुछ नहीं हो पाया. But when you understood that my job is to do my best and I am doing that consciously, the rest is Ishvara Kripa, I am praying it for it, and remaining is the child's prarabdha. With this understanding, when you look at it, all the disturbances, pains in the mind gone. Like our parents also wanted us to become this or that. We never became as they wanted because what was our prarabdha that brought us here? Our parents also might have gone through all sufferings. They expected something else. Same way with us with regard to our children. When this understanding comes up, we do our best of the duty. Thereafter, we watch taking the rest of the things that are happening in the world by the grace of God. Can there be more peace, joy than this while living in the grahasthashrama? बढ़िया सा नो रिएक्शन. अब इतने पाल पोस कर बड़ा करके आपने बच्चों के ऊपर इतना हिम्मत रखा, बट दैट फेलो वेंट समवेयर एंड loved somebody and got married. How much frustration you must be going through. Huh, I felt for 2 or 3 days, but my guru, what shastra he taught me, through all that learning as basis, I could come out of this seemingly unbearable pain very soon. Then for some time out of dukkha I did not talk to them. Then after some time they came or I initiated. Now we are in good relation. Children also are happy. Now I am in mature state. They also hua. If they need any help, I am ready to give. All that I am doing now because I am no more acting only as parents. I am acting also as sadhaka. Is it not? Else throughout life there is dukkha is there. For anything that happens. One example I gave. This is how the Shastra helps us in all development, provided we listen from one Guru for a long period of time, many Shastras. This is a condition. These conditions apply. एक दिन सुनकर, 2 दिन सुनकर, इधर उधर भागते हुए सुनकर, फिर comparing each guru with the other guru, that only develops your arrogance. That only confuses more. A person with confusion and arrogance is a very typical cartoon to be enjoyed by others. It can be an exhibition piece in the exhibition. So, what we are doing our Shastra Dhyanam regularly, at all costs and pains and difficulties and efforts, has this beautiful 2 types of results. One is learning the art of managing the mind and the world. Second is discovering the ultimate goal for life and the means starting the journey. For these reasons, the God and Guru have given us this opportunity, and those who are encashing, they are helping themselves. And warn yourself every time from not going away from this. Help yourself every time by committing for this. I to do my best. If I don't come to this class, the only meaning is somewhere else I am doing the class. That's the only reason. No other reason of giving up class for eating or sleeping or watching TV or going here and there and wasting time. No. मेरा जिंदगी तो बन गया इस तरह से. आप भी बना लो. Grow in life. So having said so, introduction में come to now this most profound, most practically doable and should be done sadhana as taught by Krishna of both Vaidika and Tantrika Upasana. देखो, today also in that answer given by Chamasa, when the Rajanimi asked about how the people will come out of this Papa Ityadi, or what dukkha they go through, what narakadi they go through if they are not devotee of the God, same thing was told. You remember? Vaidika Tantrabhyam, you have to do the Upasana of Bhagavan, otherwise they are destroying themselves. I was enjoying chanting these chapters from last 5 days, I tell you. इतना बढ़िया रिविजन हो रहा है मुझे. And today is in the 5th chapter, in that second portion, the answer given by the Karabhajana in each of the yuga, how the Lord is worshipped with what color and what name in what way. कलयुग की जब बात आई, कलयुग में किस तरह से भगवान को प्रसन्न किया जाता है, it was such a touching topic. Beautiful it was. Okay, there also it was said about the same thing which we are studying here. There Naradji taught that to Vasudevaji by taking the story of discussion between Rajanimi and Navayogi. Here Bhagavan Krishna took so many stories as means, and here directly he is teaching Uddhava and is asking how the Vaidika Tantrika Vidhana, the Aradhana of Bhagavan is done, so that by his blessings the Karma Bandha is removed, Paramashreyas is obtained. Here you understand, be clear about it, start doing practice, never stop it. Definitely the result will come one day. Okay? Yesterday we have seen the Vaidika Aradhana Vidhanam. In that we saw how the Mekalagartha Vedivihi, how this Yajna Kunda has to be made, how the Agni Prajwalana has to be done and brought and kept, how the Agni has to be protected and made to grow. Thereafter, how into that Agni, remember, the Bhagavan Vishnu in that most divine form has to be invoked. And to that Vishnu, how? Through who the Mula mantra of Om Namo Narayana or through the Shodasha mantra of Purusha Sukta Ityadi, do the Havihi Arpanam to him. Om Namo Narayana Swaha Narayana Idan Namama. Yes, Father? All that we studied. Then also said, when this is done to the Lord, also do to the Ayudhas, Avaranas, Vahanas, the Parshadas, and all the assisting gods. Also you do the Ahuti. So then to the same Bhagavan who is in the Agni Rupa in the Yajna, who is invoked and Upasana is done, to him, just like we did to the Upasana time in the Tantra Paddhati, here also to this Bhagavan also, all the Dhupa, Deepa, Naivedya, Pushparpana, all that also has to be done. Difference between Vaidika Yajna and Tantrika Upasana is what? In the Vaidika Yajna, in the Agni, everything is offered, then the things become Bhasma. Kuch rehta nahi. In the Upasana Paddhati, everything offered to the Lord, but still it remains as comes back to us as prasadam, which we share with everyone. Whether they are फूल, कोई नैवेद्यम हो, कुछ भी हो. जो अग्नि आहुति डालते हैं स्वाहा इदन्नम. The beauty of the yajna kriya is you will not even have desire for that even later because it will become bhasma. Upasana mein there is a chance because still you are seeing the rupa nama of those things. However, any day the yajna is always greater than the upasana paddhati. The Vaidika yajna is greater than upasana. Those who can understand and do, there is no quarrel here. There is no fighting between anybody here. It is only one's own maturity to understand and his own nature to accept and his time and opinion, his desire, convenience to practice. There is no discussion. So all these vidina vihite kunde mekhala garta vedivihi agni mahadaya parita samuhet panina uditam then paristirya atha paryukshet anu adhaya tha vidhi prokshanya asadhya dravyani prokshagno bhavetamam. After all the shuddhikarana of the dravya in the agni into which you are going to offer the oblations, the swaha ityadi, you do my own dhyanam in that. So there the dhyanam is done in the archa murti. Here the dhyanam of same Lord is done in the agni. To the archa murti you offer everything. To the agni we do here. And in the archa murti there abhishekam ityadi are there. Don't do abhishekam to the agni. In the agni, all around you may do it. Okay, in what form the Bhagavan has to be meditated, which is a very very important anga of the puja. भगवान का रूप का हमें ध्यान करना and that rupa is dynamic, living with all the infinite powers, listening and receiving our upasanas, ready to reciprocate as promised by him in all the Purana Itihasa story. With that feeling behind, when we do the upasana, that upasana is more meaningful. Lest it is only mechanical. Never do anything mechanical from now onwards. Keep on doing everything consciously, purposefully, knowing all the steps, bringing all the attitudes, intentions, and purification. Then that starts becoming true, genuine sadhana. That gets counted as sadhana. Is it not? When you go to that teller machine, something in the bank, you put the currency note and put the button. Trrrr करके flip करके, it gives you the count. If you put all the notes फटे हुए या कोई धग्गा धब्बा लगा हुआ, it will not count only. 3 काउंट करके रुकता है वो, 5 काउंट करके रुकता है. You have put 100, but 3-5 ही काउंट हुए, बाकी काउंट ही नहीं हो रहे. Then the teller person, whatever his name is, he looks at the bundle and removes those things which are obstructing. Count. Then he replaces them by the good notes. Like that one bundle उनको count करने के लिए आधा घंटा कभी कभी लगता है. If in that bundle so many of the फटे हुए note है तो, if there are no फटा हुआ note, all are brand new printed, put that will not even stop anywhere. 100 कर देता है. In the same way, in our sadhanas, Wherever the mechanical way of doing is there, that is like Fata Purana note, it is not counted as sadhana. Wherever we are consciously, purposefully, willingly, lovingly, knowing the goal and means and purpose and attitude do, then that is counted. So our upasana sadhana should be like that bundle of notes where there is no stoppage. Everything is counted, accepted. क्यों वो एग्जाम्पल याद है मुझे नहीं पता. आई नेवर गो टू बैंक, सडनली दैट केम. मे बी मेनी डिकेड्स बैक कहीं देखा होगा. ऐसा कुछ है ना? यू नो इट बेटर देन मी. 24 घंटे पैसे गिनते रहते. कोई कोई लोग घर में रख लेते मशीन, डेली लगा दिया, गिनते गए, मेरे सारे करोड़ रुपए वैसे बैंक में हैं, मैं बस कल का चावल खा रहा हूँ. Anyway, so over then the roop of the Lord is Tapta Jambunada Prakhyam, in that golden color. Shankha Chakra Gadambujaihi Lasat Chaturbhujam. 4 hands brightly blazing, beautifully with all divinity. Each of the hand having Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. How the Lord sways, even though he is sleeping on the serpent, even though he has to manage the confused creation created by Brahmadeva, because creation is always confusing, and confused creation, जो confusion को create करते हैं उनका काम creation करने का हो जाता है. To maintain them is the entire problem. The maintainers suffer more. Is it not? The children, parents create the confusions called as children, and the whole world suffers throughout the children as long as that fellow is alive. So Bhagavan Vishnu, while doing all that, Shantam. Feel that. One or two reasons you can find out why the Lord is Shantam. The 3 reasons for that Shantam are, he is in the Brahma Rupa. Second is, he has nothing to expect from anybody. Third, he loves all. Therefore, he is Shantam. Like that, no, the Vedantic explanations I'm not giving, the spiritual answers. Shantam, then Padma Kinjalka Vasasam, having that wonderful Dhovati and Uttariyam, which is in the Kinjalka Varana of the Padma, Padma Kesara Varanini, in that beautiful golden hue clothes. Then Spurat Kirita Kataka Katisutra Varangadam. Take that 2-3 minutes to do the dhyana on all the kirit se lekar Katisutra Angada ityadi are the abharanas that are there on the Lord, including Kaustuva and Vanamala. This all becomes the standard form of Lord Vishnu. भगवान शिव जी का उनका अलग होता है. गंगा जी है, गौरी जी है, नागभूषण है, इज इट नॉट? भस्म धारण है उनका, द चंद्रमा है उधर ऑन हिज हेड. दीज आर ऑल शिव भगवान का स्टैंडर्ड ध्यानम. वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा भगवान गणपति का है. इज इट नॉट? मदर लक्ष्मी, मदर सरस्वती, द स्टैंडर्डाइज्ड फॉर्म्स गिवन टू अस बाय द शास्त्र. डू मेडिटेशन ऑन दैट. हियर भगवान विष्णु का बताया. टू दिस भगवान whose meditation you have done in the heart and did the bhavana of that भगवान in the अग्नि. मतलब जिस रूप का भगवान का ध्यान मैं किया, वही भगवान वही रूप वाले अब इस अग्नि रूप में है. इस तरह से. Then to him dhyayan, having done the dhyana, as said now, abhyarchya, having done the swagatadi to that Lord, it is all done doing the yajna. During yajna, as I told you, from beginning till end, if you observe, they do Agnimavahayami, Stapayami, Pujayami. Then it is said, O Lord, Abhimukho Bhava, please face me and receive all the ahutis I am giving to you. Taking them, become prasanna towards me. All that mantras are there. If one day permits, I will chant out those mantras for you. I don't remember. In this yajna, I have not done much into, so I don't remember the mantras. But they say, Stiro Bhava, Sumukho Bhava, Suprasanno Bhava, Vardo Bhava, all this, Yavad, Hutavasanam, Tavattam Pridivavena, Agnav Asmin Sannidhim Kuru. Through this mantrocharana, he is told, Mam Stiro Bhava, Mam Abhimukho Bhava. Bhagavan, in this form, I am meditating you, such you, please be stationed in this Yagni Kunda Agni, till the Yagna Havan is over, and face me, and whatever offerings I am giving, please accept me. That is the meaning of Abhyarchya. Then Daruni Havisha Vigrutani cha Prasya Ajavaga Agarau. Then all the Samhithas dip in the ghee and while chanting the Veda mantra, offer to that fire in the center. Then along with that, Dattvacha Ajaplutam Havihi. Even the Havihi with the Ajya. Havihi means the other Navadhanyas or the Homa Samagri. Whatever is there to be offered according to the Shastra, उसमें भी घी मिलाकर उसका भी करना. That's how in the yajna, if it is done in a samishti rupa, or all the family sits, let us say, all the male folks and all of them, then one will offer the ghee, other will offer the samidha, other will do the navadhanya, one more will do the havan samagri, one will do the that havihi, which is a rice से बनाया हुआ sweet होता है, मोदक जो भी है जिस भगवान को लेकर रहे वो वाला, all of them स्वाहाकार के समय डालते. That's the most beautiful यज्ञ done. क्योंकि एक ही बंदा सब लेकर डाल नहीं सकते, तीन चार लोग मिलकर. That is why the yajna is yajna when more people come together and do. Those days of samashti family, there is all the joint family. So all the female folk will organize everything. The male folks, all the brothers, guided by the father, sit together around the yajna और वो लोग सब करते, बांट कर काम करते हैं. बड़ा भाई, you will offer the ghee, other fellow. This is how together they do, and so whole house atmosphere is filled with divine vibrations. ऐसा होता था. हो गया? Then these ahutis, when they are done, what ucharana is to done? Moola mantrena. We told yesterday, Moola mantra is Om Namo Narayanaya. Then Shodasha Archa Avadanataha, or the richas which are having the Shodasha shlokas, like Purusha Suktam, Narayan Suktam, Narayana Upanishadtu, all Bhagavan Vishnu related Veda mantras, you can take them up and do it. So many are there in the Vedas, the Vishnu related mantras. उसको करना है. I am telling you what it was told yesterday. I know it's a repetition, but it should get entered into our heart. Then when you go and watch any there yajna is happening, you can observe, अच्छा ये कर रहे हैं जो स्वामी जी ने भागवत में पढ़ाया था. You remember. In your own house also you can do it. इस तरह से. Then धर्मादिभ्यः यथा न्यायम मंत्रैः स्विष्टकृतं बुधः. Okay, yesterday up to this we have done. After doing through Mula Mantra to the main Narayana, whose form we have seen, he is there in the Agni, and we offered along with him to that Dharma Jnana Vairagya Ishwarya, which are the corners of Bhagavan, and also Nanda Sunanda, the Parshadas. So to the Vyasa, Vishwaksena, Vinayaka, all these Devi ji, Mata, unko bhi ahutiya ek ek dalna hai. These are the forms in which Bhagavan only going to guide us, protect us in our inner and outer life, along with spiritual evolution. In short, in the removal of the karma bandhanam, in the providence of providing of paramashreyas, all these forms of the God become the reason. इस तरह से करना. हो गया? Then yesterday after this we have seen from 41, if we see, Bhagavan is taking us to the concluding shlokas regarding the upasanas, both the Vaidika and Tantrika. What is Vaidika upasana? This is what? Yajna. Agni mein ahutiyan dalna. And it can more elaborately, yajnas of 9 days, 11 days. There is Sahasra Samamasada, the Sutadi, Mahamuni, Shaunakadi, to they made a yajna for 1,000 years. How many days Bhagavan Rama did Ashwamedha Yagnam? You know all that in Naimisharanyam? Pura ek saal. Some mantras are repeated, some mantras are chanted daily, a lot of things would be there. So that way, taking all of that, we can do for a long time. Ideally 2 to 4 hours के बीच में sufficient time होता है एक sufficient यज्ञ करने. If the sankalpa is big for your personal or for the whole world, then it should be a 3 day, 7 day, 9 day yajna. A big number of pandits come and they decide every day they do to main Bhagavan the yajnam, Havan Ahuti. Then each of the day, the other parshadas, etc., they give preference to them and do to them also. This is how, if you put your mind, intellect with interest, you will know all these details. And they're very encouraging, very inspiring, very useful, fruitful if you do them. But वो सब पढ़ना, देखना, सुनना, पार्टिसिपेट करना, सीखना, करना, उसके लिए भी एक अंतःकरण शुद्धि, एक प्रेम होना है. तो सपोज कॉट ऑफ इन इंद्रिय भोगा एंड निद्रा, है ना, नहीं खाए तो कमजोर होती, खाते तो नींद आती. फिर खाने के टाइम रुकते नहीं, इतना खा लेते, इतने वेराइटी. होल माइंड इज ऑलवेज ग्लटनस फॉर द फूड. होल माइंड इज ऑलवेज indulgent only, or just caught up in every stupid people of the world with every stupid topic. To such people, all these spiritual things तो वो टेस्ट भी नहीं देंगे, वो लोग भाग जाएंगे. जैसे हनुमान जी का नाम लेते हैं, भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावै. Such worst worldly people like bhuta preta, when their upasanas, pujas, yajnas are going on, they run away from there. We were like that only from so many lives, even in this life in the beginning. But somehow कौन महात्मा गुरुओं का किस तरह का अपार दया करुणा कृपा हुआ कि they looked at us and they blessed the jiva in us, इस जीव का कल्याण हो जाए. That we started finding interest in it, that we started coming, that we made it as a commitment, that we are consistently committing to the commitment, that we are learning and seeing these things. Now what you are learning in last 2 years, all you can never explain to the people, neither the theory nor the feeling. Like the people who tried to explain to you when you never came, you never understood. In the same way, you can't tell and they can't understand. You have to see to believe it. You have to attend to feel it. You have to think to know it. You have to be present there to enjoy it. आ रहा है कि नहीं मजा? You mean 8 people, 8 or 10 of you who come regularly. 8 ही है साथ साथ, बाकी तो चीफ गेस्ट लोग हैं. So you are understanding it. So now here Bhagavan takes up the conclusion of both the Vaidika, Tantrika and Mishra Paddhati upasanas. What he says is what? Abhyarchyatha namaskritya. After doing all the ahutis and also the Svishtakruta and also the Purnahuti. Okay? Then Abhyarchya, then do the Archana to the Narayana in the Agni form by offering all the things around him. So Sri Mahavishnu में ध्यायामि, पाद्यार्घ्यासमिनियं समर्पयामि, पुष्पे पूजयामि, धूपदीपान् नैवेद्यान् निवेद्य समर्पयामि. This is called Abhyarchya atha. Then after all that is done, final step is Mangala Harati. Okay? आरती के बाद होता है, if it is the Lord in the Upasana, you do the Atma Pradakshina. If it is a temple or it is the Yajna Kundam, you do the Yajna Kundam or the Mandira Pradakshina according to the facility. Having the Pradakshina done, then Namaskritya, do the Namaskar. Okay? And before the conclusion even of the Svishtakruta Homa, or maybe after that, let me tell you. Before the conclusion, through the Purnahuti Ityadi itself, Parshadebhyo Balim Haret. Though we have not chanted sloka, but we already told. Along with doing it to Krishna Bhagavan, to the Ayudha, Avarana, all the Vahana, to all the Parshada and the other helping gods, उन सबको भी करना है, बता दिया ना. श्लोका coming now. Abhyarchya ata namaskritya parshadebhyah balim haretu. After that is done, then Mula Mantram Japet Brahma Smaran Narayana Atmakam. Thereafter, we have to do the Dhyana of the Parabrahma, and doing the Dhyana of Parabrahma, the Mula Mantra Japa as much as possible we must do before doing the concluding upasanas. That Mula Mantra is Om Namo Narayanaya. Either 8 times or 11 or 27, 54, ideally is X-Lovat. While the japa is going on, some of those who are seated around the Yajna they keep offering the ahuti or those things so that the fire continues. The Lord in that form of fire continues to sustain. Others do the japam. Ho gaya? Abhyarchyata namaskritya parsadebhya balim haret. Then mula mantram japetu narayanaatmakam smaran brahma. While doing Om Namo Narayana mantra, know that he is Parabrahma Paramatma only. For our convenience, he came as the Narayana. For our own convenience, we have taken him as Narayana. And for our own convenience, we are doing his Upasana as Narayana. And for our own convenience, he blesses as Narayana, us as Narayana. And his ultimate blessing is to unite us with the Brahma. This is how it is. हो गया अब क्या हुआ दत्वा आचमनम then give the achamanam to the Lord. Then uchesham, whatever the naivedyam that is remaining, after offering to the Lord, Vishwaksenaya kalpayet, give it to the Vishwaksena Bhagavan. Vishwaksena is a representative personal assistant to Bhagavan Narayana. Give it to him. Thereafter, Mukhavasam Soravimat Tambuladyam Atha Arhayetu. Thereafter, भगवान के लिए तांबूल का मुखवास का अर्पण करना. Adyam includes, after always, Naivedyam Tambulam, then it is Mangala Nirajanam. Thereafter, as I told you, the Mantra Pushpam, Pushpanjali, then comes Atma Pradakshina Namaskara or the Yajna Kunda Pradakshina Namaskara. Some Vedic mantras that the Guru chants, the Hota Dvaryudgata Brahma, then while chanting that, the parikrama is done. यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मान्तरकृतानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति पदे पदे प्रदक्षिण पदे पदे अन्यथा शरणन्नास्ति तवाहं शरणं गतः तस्मात् कारुण्य भावेन रक्ष रक्ष जनार्दन रक्ष रक्ष महाविष्णु. In this way there is a mantra. और अग्निनय सुभताराय अस्मान् विश्वान् देवैनान् विद्वान् योध्यस्म जुहानमेन भूयिष्ठान्तेन मुक्तिमिदेम. द वेद मंत्र करते हुए 3 बार परिक्रमा हो गया. So how many things are done here? The पूरा यज्ञ कुंड सिद्ध कर दिया. All the items whatever are there उसका प्रोक्षण करके शुद्धि कर दी. Then the Agni Prajalam brought, protected, Samidadhanam and sought with that the Agni is blazing. Then taking the Mula mantra as well as all the Purusha Sutta mantra while chanting them in a group. Somebody will offer Samidha, somebody will offer ghee, somebody will offer the Navadhanyam, somebody will the Samagri, Homa Samagri, somebody will offer the Havishyanam. As many times as you thought or decided or thought. 108 बार ऐसा कोई पुरुष सूक्त का करते, कोई 108 नारायण का करते, कोई भगवत गीता पूरा, कोई भागवत महापुराण पूरा. All of them are to please the Vishnu. Here Bhagavan said 108 बार मूल मंत्र और पुरुष सूक्तम से कर दो. Done. After that we have seen Archa Puja to be done and Parshadadi to them also give the Ahuti Ityadi. Then after Ashamanam, the remaining Naivedyam is given to the Vishwaksena Bhagavan. Then Mukhavasam, Tambulam कहते हैं. Then Mangala Nirajanam, Suvarna Mantrashram, Pushpanjali. Most important is Atma Pradakshina. At the time of that Atma Pradakshina के बाद, what mantra to do while doing Pradakshina we told. After that we do the Namaskar. At the time of Namaskara is a most crucial thing where without sleepiness, without forgetfulness, with whatever sankalpa we started that puja or havanam, all that put in front of the Lord as a request or application. Don't tell Bhagavan कि मैंने बता दिया ना तुमको याद होना चाहिए, तुम भी मेरे तरह भूल जाते हो सब कुछ, तो मेरे तरह तुम भी आ जाओ क्लास में स्वामी जी का. ऐसा मत बोलना. You must remember what for we are doing. Otherwise भगवान इनसे तुमने पूछा नहीं मैं क्यों दूं. अरे आपको जानना चाहिए. डोंट आर्ग्यू विद गॉड. भगवान से तुमको पूछना चाहिए. बिना पूछे मैं नहीं देता हूँ. बहुत लोगों को दिया था बिना पूछे, वो लोग लिए ही नहीं, वो नाराज भी हो गए. तुम भी जितने बार तुमको जिंदगी में सत्संग का वगैरह दिया मैंने बिना पूछे, तुमने मना कर दी, तुम तो लिए ही नहीं थे, मेरा अपमान हुआ. इसलिए आज से मैंने डिसाइड कर ली बिना पूछे नहीं दूंगा. खास कर तुमको जो मुझे मेरा वैल्यू नहीं करते हो तुम. यू डोंट वैल्यू मी, सो आई डोंट गिव यू अनलेस यू आस्क. That's why Bhagavan has his own answer. So don't argue with him, just put in front of him for what you have done, this upasana, archana. And these two things, Bhagavan, sarva karma bandha vimokshanartham, sriya praptyartham, havish pujam havanam karishye. Krutavan asmi, krutam. In that way. Ho gaya. Now, after that, before the Purnamada and Udvasana Bhagavan, these are the beautiful things Bhagavan here tells us. ये वाला थोड़ा मजेदार टॉपिक है. इसको हम एग्जॉस्टिवली कल देखेंगे. हाउ मेनी श्लोकास 1 2 3 4 5 6 आर देयर. दीज थिंग्स वी डू टुमारो. देन आफ्टर दैट 3 3 7 दैट विल टेक वन डे. देन आई हैव प्रॉमिस्ड यू ऑल द षोडशोपचार पूजा. आई हैव टू टेल यू वन मोर डे. तो 4-5 दिन लगेंगे उसमें. Now, to create that atmosphere of joy, that we could do puja, and the Bhagavan has received it, and he is blessing us to create all that mood, and also as a part of the upasana, we have to, toward the end, do जोर धमाके से और जमकर all these things. What are they? Upagayan, Grunan, Nrutyan, Karmani, Abhinayan, Mama, Matkatha, Sravayan, Shunvan, Muhurtam, Kshaniko Bhavet. While doing these six things, after the puja and archana and havanam, while doing these six things, spend so much time that is possible that the time should be spent as if a moment only happened. When will the times long time spent happens like a moment, either in deep meditation or in nidra or when we are becoming tanmaya in any of the upasana? Is it not? भजन कीर्तन आदि में आप पूरा डूब गए, मानो 3-4 घंटे भी पता नहीं चलता. सेम थिंग होता है गप्पे मारने में, ताश खेलने में, टीवी देखने में, क्रिकेट मैच देखने में. दैट नॉनसेंस एनीवे वी आर एक्सपर्ट्स, वी डू इट, बट द पॉजिटिव वंस. कुछ लोगों को जिंदगी एक क्षण के रूप में बीत जाता है, खाते पीते सोते, खाते पीते सोते, लड़ते डांटते, सबका ऊपर हुकूमत करते. They some punya have done last life, so they are born as elders. Then they dance to everybody. जिंदगी उनका ऐसे निकल जाता है बिना कुछ सब्सटेंशियल किए. चलो, why should we worry about them? For us, there are the 6 things Bhagavan tells us to do. Then spend hours, days together like a moment. What are those 6? Exhaustively we will tell you tomorrow. Enumeration we do now. Upagayan. Okay. Upagayan. Grunan, Nrutyan, Karmani, Abhinayan, Matkataha, Shrawayan, Shrunvan. मुहूर्तम क्षणिका भवेत. उपकायन मतलब क्या हुआ? अलग अलग कीर्तना भगवान का करना. गुणन मतलब भगवान की स्तुतियां करना. नृत्यन वेराइटी ऑफ डांसेस फॉर लॉर्ड. देन कर्माणि अभिनयन वेराइटी ऑफ लीलास ऑफ भगवान, स्टेज प्ले कर कर. देन मत कथा श्रावयन द पुराण आदि का सुनाना. फिर सुनवन सुनना. In this way, muhurtam kshanika bhavet, spend the time like a kshanakala. Means the entire personality dissolved in those things related to the Lord, that itself called Maha Dhyana Sthiti. Ye karo tum log. इससे, and then the same thing with some more additions will be told in the next 4-5 slokas. With this topic gets over. Then Bhagavan in the last topic talks about the importance of Mandira Nirmana and Sthapana, and supporting and sponsoring that Mandira for all its requirements. How great Falashruti Bhagavan tells. This we saw on the first day also. Again we will study. In this way, repeatedly we are studying these contents so that our memory becomes stronger regarding what Uddhava asked, what Bhagavan told, in that what are the details of the Tantra Rupa Upasana Paddhati, the Vaidika Rupa Yajna Paddhati, to do the Archa Aradhana of the Lord. All this is called as Kriya Yogam. When this is done, Antakarana Shuddhi, Karma Bandha Moksha, Nishresa Prakti, by the kindling of the light of self-knowledge in us, we get liberated from everything. That's the purpose. Clear? बाकी कल देखेंगे. सर्वम कृष्णार्पणम. ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदम पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. Thank you, friends.